Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie, and welcome to the show.
Yeah, here we go. We're getting in there now. It's Tuesday. We made it by Monday.
Odie began speaking a different language. I almost thought he was speaking in tongues a moment ago. What was the word you used on me?
Sublimation.
Right. And I said, Odie, stop it. I don't know what you're talking about.
He said, all right, I trust you.
Yeah, whatever you're talking about, I'm going to be okay with that.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
We do hope your morning is going well as we begin a Tuesday as February. Get this now, today's the 13th. Tomorrow is that day.
Now, if you want to, now it depends on how bad. I hadn't reached that level yet. You can wait till the 15th and all that stuff will be on sale half price.
That's after 10 years? What is the line?
It might be a little longer than that.
You sure?
Yeah, you might have to reach at least 15.
Okay. And then after you reach 25, well, you ain't got to do anything at all. You go, hey.
Good morning. We both made it.
It's amazing when you're young what is so important. And as you get wiser, let me use the word wiser.
There you go.
That's not as important as you thought it was.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to get mine something.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to live long enough now to make that 25, Odie.
Probably not.
I'm worried about you.
I'm going to give it a shot. I know one thing. I'm going to go ahead and get set up. I want to go into an assisted living.
It's pretty neat, isn't it?
Man, that is awesome. That's everything. All of it.
Don't have to mow any grass.
You ain't got to mow no grass. You ain't got to cook nothing. There's games. They can drink a little wine. Pool. They do it all. They even was in the parade.
I did see that, the party bus.
Yeah. No, not the school bus, party bus.
It looked like a bus.
But they got the Brookdale bus.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it go by me. I was filming that.
Mama was happy. She was just a-waving. Well, she told me she was. I didn't get to see it.
We were there. We do hope your day is going good. After 53 years, Charlotte Gray says it's just a day.
Just another day.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh, let's see here. Good morning to all. Iris joining us there. Chief Nelson joins us. Miss Ann Hall after 66 years. I don't know what to tell you. That's a long time.
Yeah, you'll have to tell us.
That's right. Speaking of, tell them what we're going to do with that later.
Yeah, because we're going to, when you've got an anniversary or a birthday, you get this mug. So we're going to put your name in the hat. We're going to draw a number. And if you are the winner for the day, brought to you by Hyundai of Meridian, all you got to do is run by their place on Highway 39, the Hyundai of Meridian facility, the old carriage house, right there on Highway 39, across from Coca-Cola plant, and you'll get your Scotty Ray Report Hyundai of Meridian joining us in the Toyota Meridian studios where all this is taking place. But that's the way to get your cup.
Well, right now we're sitting at 40 with a wind chill of 36. And just to show everybody what this week is going to be doing, let's pull this up of what the temperature is going to be here. I had a request for this yesterday. They said, y'all don't do enough of letting us know what's going to happen. So here we are. Here's that forecast for the week as we look at the day. 58, 59. Look at this, Odie, as we get toward the weekend. Still in the 50s, but Thursday and Friday, 69 to right there at that 70-degree mark.
That's going to be nice.
I pointed this out earlier, right here on the weekend. This was higher at about 55%, so it's decreased to a 30% chance of rain on Saturday. So it may be better as we go into the weekend and not as bad as we thought. Back into the 60s next week there. So just a little heads up of what the weather is going to be doing. And all points indicate it's going to be 60 to 70 all the way through the end of February. Dum, 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 dum.
Here we go. Puxcatawny.
Yeah, and we all know that March blows back in those thunderstorms and tornadic activity. Mississippi becoming the capital for that of the most warnings issued.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
It's no lie. That stuff does happen. All right, as I mentioned this a while ago, if you're a big American Idol fan, Katy Perry is quitting the show. She's not going to be there anymore as a judge. Has that stuff run its course, or is that still?
No, it's still
blowing and going.
Blowing and going. It's music. Anything that deals with music, Amy's gonna watch
people
it.
do love it.
So I'll watch it with her. Cause I don't like some of the.
Which is better, The Voice or American Idol?
I guess American Idol.
And then there's that other one to where they throw in if you've got a talent also.
ATV, yeah, AGT, America's Got Talent.
Is that any good or?
I like it because there's some people on there that can sing, but they do some stuff. Their talents are pretty doggone good. So I'll watch all of that one, and then the other ones I'll watch. The very beginning where they show people like me that try to sing.
Their mama told them they could
Yeah,
sing.
you can do it. You can be anything you want to be. Yeah.
Except sing.
Then you get in front of them going and see what they tell you.
Now, Dot says The Voice is better to her, and you're right. This is pretty. It's the Masked Singer. If you've never seen that, it's an interesting twist.
Yeah, I don't.
Where it's a major
it.
star. Now, I've never watched it other than clips.
Yeah.
And
you got to figure out who they are.
Yeah. Not your thing.
I don't know. Look, I can't name a song nor who sings it. As far as a group, I sure can't tell you who the person is in there singing.
I would have to know them without a shadow of a doubt to catch all of that.
Yeah.
So there you go with that. But a lot of people love this entertainment, and it makes you wonder: would Carrie Underwood? And what's the girl that's on everything that won that, and she's a TV show talk host now, who won the original one? She's a household name. I can see her. She's just lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, she lost a whole lot.
Real nice girl. But would they have still made it regardless, or was it that strictly the TV show that made them?
I think it was a TV show.
Often,
Kelly Clarkson.
There's a lot of people say, well, fate will. Well, sometimes that is the fate, and if that's taken out.
I mean, that's it. She is Kelly
She's a
Clarkson,
sweet girl.
Very nice. Now, Reba McEntire's stepson.
She got a stepson?
Yeah. Was married to Kelly Clarkson. That's who Kelly Clarkson just divorced.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
Huh. Her
That's
stepson.
the one that's he's making bank by just being her ex.
Oh, she's having to pay?
Oh, yeah.
Well, me and you
That's
picked a
one of them
long
thing
career.
Like, what's his name that's out in Montana on that show, Yellowstone? What's his name that's paying ungodly amount of money per month?
Bozo? The guy that owns Amazon?
No. Kevin Costner.
Oh, yeah, his ex-wife.
Yeah,
Nothing like paying somebody else to date your ex-wife.
What you talking about? I mean, $60,000 a month, something like that.
I'm going to have to ask you to pronounce a word for me here because I know I'll say it wrong. Congenitive, is that right? Cognitive. When I was in the neighborhood.
That means this part.
Right. Biden's not going to take that on his next test. And they say, what they're telling everybody is, don't worry about that. That's not important. Now, you got to remember, they were all over Trump about taking it. He passed it with flying colors. But when you have somebody going, no, I just decided I'm not going to take that.
He can't even remember being vice president of the United States.
Who the vice president is? Oh, yeah, you're right, when he was it.
Yeah. He didn't know.
And he often refers to the Harris presidency.
Yeah.
I even heard him say one time that Trump was president while he was president. But now, as I mentioned, was it yesterday that when Hillary turns on you, it's all but over. You always heard that saying, the fat lady's singing. I think she's humming real loud when Hillary says it.
When the ugly woman throws a tune out. 'Cause that's
what they will do is let him win the nomination and then say he's not healthy enough and put who they want in there to be. That's what's coming. Or at least that's our prediction.
Well, you've got, what's his name, Kennedy. He's trying to do something.
Yeah, bless his heart.
But he's not going to make it.
Well, he even said, hey, I think he hinted that he would even consider being Trump's vice president. Or somebody did. That would be a different twist, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Trump would lock him in a door and say, don't come out till I tell you can.
You just stay inside there.
Hush, I didn't say you could talk.
You're fired.
We'll be right back as we begin our morning together. Again, don't forget those birthdays, anniversaries, and we'll get ready to give away one of these a little bit later. The Scotty Ray Hyundai of Meridian coffee mug. It'll be given away to one lucky person from a drawing later on this morning.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building it, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we try to bring a smile to you. Some days it works, some days we're better at it than others.
Just stick with us, though, so you'll always know which one it is.
We had a fender bender yesterday afternoon right by the church. As I got there, you'd have Sicalina Volunteer Fire Department all on the scene. Nothing like having your new car get a new look. Now, she was okay, but I didn't realize this. When your airbag goes off, that stuff can burn your hands. Man, her hand was swollen where she had on the steering wheel where it come out. It saves your life, but just keep that in mind as we go here to take a look. Honda, man, it's got a dent or two.
Well, and as soon as your airbag goes out, boom, car's totaled. Doesn't matter how bad of a damage it is, doesn't matter how minor of a damage it is.
There's Bobby there in the background.
Look at Bobby.
Checking the situation out.
He got a flashlight during the daylight.
And again, it was right there at the intersection at Faith Baptist where you turn. You go past the driveways where the incident happened. And again, accidents can happen to everyone, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That was a single vehicle accident. No major injuries. Airbag's done its job. There's nothing.
That's
you can
good.
have a little scratch, you'll be okay. Well, you remember the days? And I'd walked by my 66 this morning with a cup of coffee, and I glanced over. And as I looked at it, solid steel dash. They didn't think about padding or anything like that.
You ate that.
And Odie, I'm not so sure that truck even came with seat belts.
It probably had a lap belt. That's all it was.
I'm not sure it's in there. I'd have to take the seat back out and look. I'm not real sure it's got any in it, because I haven't driven it. Now, y'all got to remember, when me and Angie got married, money was kind of tight. Tight is not the word. And I backed my 66 into my daddy's garage, and I never touched it again because I didn't have the money to do anything with it.
Yeah.
And it sat there until 2 years ago, till I went up with a winch and pulled it up on a trailer because, well, it ain't been cranked in 30 years. And so now I'm going to try to put it together, and wow, how time has flown. But I don't think it has it. It's just been so long since I've driven it. I think back then it was still legal to drive it without seat belts. I'm so old.
Well, and they may have updated it to where you got to have something, but the law says you got to have a seat belt.
Doesn't say over the shoulder.
What's inside the car. So if your car came with a shoulder belt, you got to have the shoulder belt. If it came with the lap belt, you got to have a lap belt.
Okay.
You can't go in there and say, well, no, my model was special ordered without the shoulder strap and all that. No, that ain't going to work.
That didn't work.
So, yeah.
I'll learn all of this. I'll put it back together at some point. Optional until 68. Well, thank you, Bob.
Look at there. Okay.
66.
Bobby's
what?
on. Now I want to say something real quick.
Spit it out, brother.
All right. People coming into our town,
Okay.
our communities, and all that. And Bobby, we talked about this the other day at church. Take care of our communities, and that means
Do you want picking up trash? Oh, it makes a difference.
We don't have our people going up and down the road picking up trash during the day from being in jail. It's up to us to take care of our community and to show people that come into our area, hey, look, we do have something to offer. We want to clean up Meridian from the activity that's going on. Well, one way to clean up Meridian and Lauderdale County is to pick up the trash.
Well, now that you say that, something I never see happening anymore, because you used to see them doing a picture of this portion of the highway adopted by this group.
And
Is
they're
that
out
over?
there. You don't ever see it anymore.
I don't. It's a thing of the past.
But that is, I mean, that's that little bitty piece that starts that snowball effect where it just picks up and takes off. You start taking in pride of what you see going up and down the road.
What do
you
they call
want
it?
to clean it
Pay
up.
it forward type
Pay
thing?
it forward. Yeah.
So you're saying clean up a little section there as you can.
Well, if it's right in front of your house, clean up that. Then your neighbor cleaned up right in front of their house and across the street.
Okay.
And it just kind of helps us out, and it makes it more beautiful, and it gives us a reason to want to make the changes that we need to change.
Somebody made the comment there, what if your car didn't have a seatbelt and you restore it? I think you got to put one in it.
And at least a lap belt.
Yeah, I think that's the way that's
Yeah.
done nowadays. We had as I mentioned a moment ago, anybody can have an accident. And yesterday would be the example of that. Odie, let's go out and take a look at Highway 80 west of Meridian. This would be just past the prison, as the Mississippi Highway Patrol was involved in I guess you call it a fender bender.
It dented defenders.
Yeah, and a few other things.
Yeah.
The sides. Here's car number one, as we'll move here. Got a little taste there in the rear end. And here's the other one that may have pushed this into the bumper of the other one.
Owsers.
And both of these, now everybody's okay. This driver here of the Mississippi Highway Patrol was trapped. As you can see, he couldn't get out of that if he wanted to.
Yeah. No.
So it took a minute or two to get him out. Wasn't hurt, but it took a second to get that taken care of. This was the scene. As you'll see, right down here is the trooper car, and then back here is the other one. Of course, it was a lot of troopers there on the scene, and a bunch of our fine folks from the Sheriff's Department showed up to help out. And that's how they peeled him out right there. They got that door pried open to get him out of there. But a mess it was for a little while. But we're happy to report that everybody's safe at the end of that. Now, do we actually know what happened? No. Then Mississippi Highway Patrol is investigating. Most likely, one slowed down, the other didn't see it, somehow or another, and tapped each other, is what we figure. Now, again, I don't have a statement from the Mississippi Highway Patrol. That's just an educated guess of going to wreck here and wreck there.
You've seen enough of them, haven't you?
Ruh-roh. There has been quite a few that I have visited through the years, and but again, at the end of the day, we're glad they're okay. And of course, we were there to do it live, and I started out with that picture there of the Highway Patrol car. The Sheriff's Department car.
Hey, they had
Big thank you to them for showing up and helping.
They
Help
were
with
out
traffic,
there for
whole
sure.
9 yards.
Yep.
So there's that. If you want to watch the live video, we've still got that up to where you can do that. I started getting phone calls last night.
What, from CNN? Because you got more views than they do.
Everybody was going, Stark, what's going on? So I called EM and the EPA.
Yeah,
and I
one
said,
of
what's
those.
going on? Did y'all forget to pay the bill? And what we had around the county was all that wind. And it threw down 2 different trees. We had over here in the east and southeast area, and then also a little over 3,000 people were holding a candle last night singing amongst themselves, because they had no power in the Collinsville area. And as we suspected, right there is the reason there. Big, large trees got caught up in that wind, and it blew transformers and caused that power outage.
Yeah, I got a call. You know what's going on? My grandson sent me a text first time. What's going on? I told him, I said, it'll be all right. It won't be long. I get another one going, what's going on out at Delwood? The back half, we don't have power. The front half's got power.
Well, those are the people who paid.
Yeah, I can look across the lake and see electricity, but I don't have any. I said, it'll be there. And Donna said, hats off to the linemen. That's when we don't want to get out and work, or when it's too windy, and when it's too cold, and it's too wet, and all this stuff, and we don't feel like being outside in it. These guys are out there in it, putting these lines back up, making sure we got power. So you see a lineman, say thank you to a lineman today.
Now, as we get, and let me just do a quick reminder of this. If you're sitting there going, well, I don't like dark. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
Let me remind you that we've got spring coming and tornado activity happens, which takes out power. And if you don't want to be in the dark, let me show you this. Right here, this is what handles it all. Booker and his team will help you out with a Generac. That's what runs my studios. This is what we have when the power goes out. We come right back on. It takes 35 seconds
to get everything fully powered.
Right. We have everything on battery backup, and then that turns on and we're good to go again. So if you're really and truly don't like the darkness, don't want to freeze, don't want to be hot, call them today and they'll fill in all the blanks. 692-3232, and they'll tell you how affordable it is not to be in the dark anymore.
And it's affordable.
Yeah, it is.
It's something that you could hook up and not have to worry about, and you'll be comfortable.
And another thing with that is they service what they sell.
That's right.
They come done a little work for me. You have to change oil and that stuff. Do you know that?
Just make sure it works like a car. You want that dude to crank up every time you need it.
That's right. 7:21 already with Scotty Ray and Odie. We're trying to be here for you as we get this morning underway. I get stopped so many times and go, look, I can't start my day without y'all. We do appreciate each and every one of you that join us. We can't say thank you enough.
Oh, we love it. We love
sure
coming to you. We love bringing birthdays like Patrick Chirwati, Keith Riley, 60 years old today. Barry Cheney's got a birthday. Zach Smith's 26 today. Man, so y'all come on, bring them up. Bring us your anniversaries and your birthdays so you can get this new Scotty Ray mug from Hyundai of Meridian.
We'll draw for it a little later. We'll be right back.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want him where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And we're going to play this Shad White game. Odie, I'm going to let you guess the height of this person, of our latest inductee into a criminal justice place. Who's been arrested by Shad? How tall do you think she is, Odie?
Oh, let's see, 5'8".
5'8"? We're going with that? Okay, there we go.
Because
Shad,
I'd say 5'6" is that line right there at her head.
or is that 6 foot?
No, that's 6 foot at the top. And then that line behind her head,
Right there.
we'll say is 5'6".
5. Okay. Okay, there we go. Shad has arrested another. Yeah. And what did she do? Embezzling. It's shame. She was worked at the Itawamba Community College. She was a part of the Honor Society. $36,000 is the demand letter that has been sent. She could face up to 20 years in jail. Now, facing and actually serving are two different things. We'll see what happens with this. Shad, doesn't matter who you are, if it's $5 or $10, once they make up their mind, it's coming.
Yeah, you're not going to get away with it.
Just to keep you up with that. Ooh. Now, we've got to have this guy in. I got to call him today because he's going to be doing it again. If you've never taken a part of this, It is the most fun thing you'll ever do. The history walk in downtown Meridian. And Dr. Alan Brown is a part of this that takes place every year. You got to be amongst it to enjoy it there. This is coming to Meridian the 24th. It will start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. As you walk around downtown, they'll have players in each area that describe what went on here in Meridian. You'll really, really like it. Now,
You know, old Doc does a good job.
I have known Doc so long. Okay, I can't even remember how long it's been. It's been forever.
Oh, it's been a while.
We have chased ghosts from here to, and we really have got to start that in Meridian to have the ghost walk.
Yes, and I've got a place for us to check out that supposedly, if we go set up there one night, we might not stay all night.
Now that you said that, as you and I were at Weidman's the other day, having Greg had gone and gotten us the peanut butter, as we were sitting there, Mary Ann Todd stopped me. And she used to be, years ago, she and I worked together a lot when she was with the paper, and we done ghost stories together. And she goes, Scotty Ray, come here, look at this. She got something wild. I mean, you could actually see the stuff moving, security cameras, stuff moving in a house of it's somebody she knows that she's been make the hair stand up on you.
We need to go to that.
It's a ways off. I think I don't know, maybe it was Kansas, somewhere like that. I had to ask her where it was. Ooh. It was out west. New Mexico is where it was.
Ooh, that's a long
It's a long way. I don't think we can get there back overnight.
We need to get somebody got an aeroplane that can take it. Do you fly?
Oh, I love flying. Love flying. It's the greatest other than an air balloon.
I love a balloon.
You just go right ahead, my friend. But
Did you get a window seat?
Yeah, they don't. Oh, I love sitting up front, watching it. I mean, nothing about that.
You just ain't gonna walk out on a roof.
Absolutely, or a wing. Y'all just don't know the fear I have of heights when it comes to roofs.
I didn't know how bad it was till I tried to get him to come out on the roof. He said, "I ain't going out there." I said, "There's a wall around it." And he goes,
and I'm being as honest as I can be, I get dizzy and I stumble. Number one, I can't walk a straight line anyway. But when I get on a height, I look up and I weeble wobble. I don't know why.
But you don't fall down.
And yet.
Oh, me.
Boy, I was out and about yesterday, and you and I ate here a few months back, a couple of months ago, I think it was. And Greg went with us, too, as we went over to Cash Savers to have lunch. We're etiquette eaters.
Yeah.
We check everything out, but I got a call to come on out here. And I normally never cover a wreck that happens in a parking lot because it doesn't stall or affect traffic. What we do is mainly if a roadway is blocked is when we're a part of it. But this one, I couldn't turn down.
just a little different.
When 7 cars get taken out in a parking lot, well, I got to show up. Well, and we did. And the way it was described to me was someone was going rather fast for a parking lot. As you know how tight it is at Cash Savers, and that's behind McDonald's. And it started at 1 car and just kept right on going, Odie, right down the line. Let's pull this up. As we look here, here's where it came to rest, right here into the side of the GMC. As we would go back up the line, that little Honda sure caused a bunch of damage. It started here, hit this one, knocked that one. Now, 2 cars had already left. They said, we got to go. We got to see the Meridian Police Department there. Trent showed up. He helped hook up a few of them to go away there. But Meridian Police Department came.
2 of them said it really ain't that bad. Huh?
Yeah. I got to go. I'll be late. And then here's the damage to the car that caused it all.
It knocked the paint slap off.
Oh, it sure did.
For that car.
Slapped it silly, so to speak. It's got a whole new hairdress.
Yeah.
Things like that happen. Do we know why? No, I don't. The person driving the car was taken to be checked out at a local hospital. No major injuries, but some feelings hurt over that one as those cars were tapped.
Yeah, so talking about the 2 troopers racing yesterday, but ain't nobody talking about that. Well, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened. They hadn't released a statement, but if you have video of what took place, please give that to us, and we will air it. If they were out racing, or you can prove it, and we will air it.
Yeah.
The truth is the truth, and it doesn't matter who, what, where, when, and why. It's going to be told, and that's one thing I give Scotty Ray. It's going to be the truth. So if you know if you know they were racing, please give that to us, and we will talk about it. Because right now, that was not the case. For preliminary studies, they one behind the other, and they just had a little accident. But we are waiting on the final truth in that. But please let us know. Anybody got dash cam footage or stuff like that?
Oh yeah, let us know. Be glad
we won't
to
say your name.
No. Coming up, we'll tell you about somebody that was tapped, and I say tapped by a car. That's on the way, and we'll go back in history. So much more coming up here with the Scotty Ray Report with Scotty Ray and Otis.
We got another. Eric Green is 34, Murray Ivy's 50, and Peyton Malone, my little friend, 11 years old.
Wow.
She is a hoot to be around. So, happy birthday, Peyton.
All right, we'll be right back.
Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts is located in downtown Quitman, directly across the street from the post office. They are your one-stop shop for all your floral and gift-giving needs. Valentine's Day will be here before you know it. They have all of your goodies your sweetheart wants. Roses, mixed flower arrangements, plants, balloon bouquets, candy packs, stuffed animals, and much more. They also have chocolate-covered strawberries and apples. Don't be in the doghouse this Valentine's Day. Order early. Give Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts a call or visit them online at fantasycottage.org.
If it's crossed your mind about a new tractor, visit my friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 here in Collinsville. They got any style, any size that you're looking for. And right now, you can take advantage of getting a new tractor, a trailer, and a bush hog, all for $31,000, 0% interest for 84 months. Yeah, 0% for 84 months. Also, a great service department to work on any tractor that you have. From bush hogs, disc, and tillers, see it all at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Your next appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, drop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers. A showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator, from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen, Amana, and delivery is available. With a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and by appointment after hours and weekends. And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, as we all make this Tuesday a little bit better.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's good and bad in this world. Sometimes something's done bad, somebody, makes a good thing out of it. This guy was really good at that, where it's kind of like a Robin Hood story, to where he would take from the rich and give to the poor. It was all started over somebody that wouldn't let him live in peace, and, one thing led to another, and, he took revenge.
Did what he did.
In 18, and they should have messed with his mama. When they messed with his mama is when it really, and truthfully, that did happen. As you go back in history, and in 1866, this would be the first of revenge for trying to take my land. I'll show him, and he did, as we go to 1866, and Jesse James robbed his first bank, taking $15,000. Now, I'm not that mathematician, but if you were to add $15,000 in 1866 money, is a quite heap more than it is than $15,000 in today's money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. $5,000 in.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
That will go a long way. Oh, boy.
Well, I love this song. 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter can't call me because owe my soul to the company store.
Oh, my
Tennessee,
soul.
Ernie Ford. Boy, I liked him. He was born in 1919. That song is just as good as it was then as it is today.
Yes, exactly.
Now, did he go on to make him some sausage also? Or was that just Jimmy Dean?
No, that was Jimmy Dean.
I was thinking that Ernie Ford done something like that too. But anyway, he brought you that song. We used to watch this of Unsolved Mysteries. He tried to be the Columbo with the trench coat.
Trench coat.
Give me that look of the... How did he do it when he was on television? Robert Stack. He was also born in 1919. Y'all remember that show he used to do?
Oh, I used to watch it all the time. I loved Unsolved Mysteries.
Have they put the police shows back on yet?
Yes, like Cops.
Yeah, well,
it's
Cops.
named different, but
What about the
they still
John
have
Walsh
that.
guy? Is he back?
I don't think they have that type
Okay.
back on there, but they've got the remake of Cops. You know, that was big.
Well, we're not saying this is the face only a mama could love, but, well,
It's the face only a mama could love.
y'all remember this guy? Richard Mole was born on this date. He was on Night Court. That guy was like 6'10".
Yeah, he was.
He was huge.
Should have played basketball.
Since then, that show has returned to the air, and it was big back in the day, Night Court. So many of them from that cast is, well, no longer here. I didn't realize when I watched this movie that this is who this was. I just thought she was gruff, and I liked Olivia Newton-John a lot better in the movie than I did
The Pink
her.
Ladies. Wasn't
Yeah.
it the Pink Ladies?
Yeah, that's what it was. She was almost, and you tell me if I'm wrong, a little on the masculine side?
Yeah.
Do you
yeah.
see it, or did I imagine that?
No, that would be, yeah.
She was raw.
Her testosterone level was higher than Olivia Newton-John.
Stockard Channing has a birthday today. She was born in 44 as we go back for Grease is the Word.
Oh, yeah. And that was, my sister will watch that anytime it comes on.
I'm going to ask you something that I know you don't know the what I'm fixing to ask you.
All right.
I know Devoted to You. What was the biggest song that came out of Grease? It was her song, wasn't it? Olivia Newton.
Yeah.
Devoted to You. It seems like John Travolta even had a hit out of it.
Amy, what is this? I know you know.
I honestly don't remember of what it all was. Huh. Anyway, Grease.
John Walsh is coming back with his son on Fox.
Well, that would be good. That would be good. Hopelessly
Americans-
Devoted to You. That's it.
All right. America's Most Wanted is what John was. I thought it was because did he have another son? Because I thought
He did
that
lose
was
one. I think he did
about
have
it.
2 sons.
Okay.
That's how he started the show, was with his son.
Right. And that
Oh
kinda
my
threw me
gosh,
off.
that's it. You're the one that I love.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I
Can you
was
do the
thinking
hoo
of.
hoo part?
You sing that and I'll do the hoo hoo hoo.
Hopelessly Devoted was the big one, and then You're the One That I Love
man.
was the duet. And then, what was that other one they had on there? Grease Lightning. At the race?
Yep.
I don't remember the rest of the words, but I remember that one line there.
Oh man.
All right, let's see what else happened. Oh, if you happen to have a chair or dislike a family member, this was the place to go.
Look, his old ones are good. The new ones, not so much.
1944, yes, he was born, Jerry Springer. Is Jerry still alive?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Judge Jerry now.
Oh, is he? I didn't know all
He's
that.
got one of them.
Geraldo would take a notebook from that. Let's go test the parental. Do a baby daddy test. Are you the father?
Yeah. My name is Geraldo.
I've been hit with a chair.
I've been hit with a chair.
It began it all there, the Jerry Springer show, and they showed it was very edgy for television what he done, because they would show scantily dressed people, and then the fight would break out in the studio audience. All
Jerry
these family
Springer
members.
died
I thought so.
last summer.
See, he didn't listen to me, y'all.
Wow. Because he come up, I know they wrote a song about it, but he come up with the first ever, Who's Your Daddy?
Really?
And he went, oh, well, he ain't your daddy. You ready to go try again? You see the same woman up there with the fourth guy talking about, it got to be him, Jerry. Look at him. The nose is just alike. Well, he ain't your daddy neither.
You know, I watched. This is just sad that America's turned to this.
It is.
It's one of those judge shows. I don't even know who the woman is, but she doesn't sound like a judge when it's not a Judge Judy. And she's sitting there. It was 3 of them suing each other over. One of them had been paying child support for 15 years. And it turned out he paid child support for somebody that wasn't his. And it just, you wonder what's wrong with America? Hello.
Yeah.
But Jerry Springer died in April of,
we're gonna say 23, not 33.
Okay. But there you go.
Who's
All right,
your daddy?
this woman was really pretty. I don't care how you put it. She couldn't dance,
She couldn't dance.
but she was rather, I guess you could say, let's go ahead and use the H word. She was hot back in the day.
She was hot in the day.
Julia
yeah.
Dreyfus.
Yeah.
She was born in 61, and of course, that's one of the funniest TV shows of all time. The show about nothing.
Exactly.
I can just see Odie playing the part of what's his name in the swimsuit issue there, where he's changing, and she opens the door.
But the water was cold.
That just fits Odie. Let's go back. Did you ever watch the major chick flick, Sweet Home Alabama?
Yeah. Matter of fact, the other day I had to watch it with Amy again.
And I have to say, this is, when it comes to chick flicks, this is the number 2 that I would rank up there as really, really good. The one about that building the house with Ryan, whatever his name was, the Notebook
or something.
Yeah, the Notebook, and then this is either 1 or 2 between those two. But Patrick Dempsey, Mr. New York, was a part of it. Well, Mr. McDreamy has a birthday today. He was born back in '66. He would go on to become a TV star and date every woman in the emergency room.
Yeah, he did.
And you're asking, does that really happen? I'm told that it's even worse than you can imagine on TV. That's just what I hear.
Something like that.
Yep. 1973, let's go back for what happened. He went into the studio and he would record, hello, Mr. Lovemaker. Oh, we're talking Johnny Paycheck. And yes, we have a misspelled word. It's going to be okay. We will all survive this.
Yeah, you know what his name is.
Johnny Paycheck. Let's also, now, and again, I've said this over and over, it would be 1981, I think, Mississippi has lost out on this because without a doubt, and I would sign a petition at this very moment to say this should be our state song.
There's 2.
I like you, Joe, but you ain't got state song material. This is the unofficial state song of Mississippi, as Charlie Pride would record it today in 1981 with Roll On, Mississippi. You're the child of a dream. One of the greatest singers this state has ever seen came from here. And again, I say he was shortchanged. It was brought before and voted down. That should have happened.
Kind of like the mosquito flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd agree with that one there. But how did that get in there? The whole thing's a joke.
Yeah, every bit of it.
1982, the worst of worst. When you go to messing with the dead, it's bad. But when you go to picking on these guys, it goes a extra notch up. As we go back for one of the best that was ever the Sons of the South, I guess you could call it. Leonard Skinner, as their graves were messed with or stolen, vandalized, vandalism. $5,000 reward was posted for the vandals that did that back in 77. They found it 2 weeks later in a riverbed. That's just wrong.
Yeah, they come back and haunt you.
Respect.
Yeah.
1982, someone could lose a heart tonight. Who am I talking about? That guy that was crossing lines that were going, wait a minute, we don't know if you're country anymore. Stop going over there and being on with them solid gold country dancing women there on Saturday night. Y'all remember that show, don't you? Eddie Rabbit had the number 1 song was Someone Could Lose a Heart Tonight. And it was the solid gold dancers that he was going to, if you remember, on Saturday night. It was a big show.
It was a big show.
Eddie Rabbit always showing that hairy chest. He couldn't help it. 1989, Alabama would slow it down just a little bit, and a lot of belly-rubbing dances would happen with this.
Yeah.
If I Had You, that was the number 1 song, as we remember Bama on this day. He still had long hair back then.
It still had a little bit of long hair, and even trimmed the beard a little bit.
Yeah, long before we had chunked the drummer out of the band, too. Let's go back to 93 and go to the Flatwoods of Kentucky as we put him on the cover of TV Guide as Billy Ray made the front cover.
He had 1 song.
Well, actually, it was 2. Achy Breaky was the big one, and All Gave Some Gave All.
Well, that's true.
And then there was It Could Have Been Me. Do you remember that one? Where she gets married and he's standing back there in the audience going, that could have been me.
That could have been me.
And 20 years later, you're going, thank God it wasn't me.
And then look what he did with his daughter.
Yep. And I read an article on his wife the other day. Ooh, bless her heart. She's got some issues there.
Well, Miley Cyrus got some issues.
All of them do, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
1993, this would be number 1. Can I Trust You With My Heart? Travis Tritt.
I
think it's time for a haircut.
I like that old boy.
From Atlanta, Georgia.
He can sing.
Marietta, Georgia is where he's from.
Marietta. Okay.
As we go back, we lost one of the greatest of great. I still remember the night that I was introduced to this guy. And at the time, I knew he was a legend, but I didn't know that he was that big of a legend. I didn't have a Kodak at the moment, and, well, I met him, got to shook his hand, talked to him for about 10 minutes. Great guy. As Waylon Jennings passed away on this date back in 2002. That has been 22 years ago we lost him.
Yeah.
Just didn't know at the time.
She is Dolly's goddaughter.
Sure is.
That is true.
That is true.
Miley and Dolly, they pretty close.
Yep. Otis won't
all
say
I can
more. I can
say.
see it in his face.
Yeah.
2000, it would be the end of an era, and I would even go as far. I don't even know if this stuff even exists anymore, because the newspaper is, well, really over. Somewhere
Comes in
out
the
there.
mail.
The Peanuts comic strip ended. Do they even do comic strips anymore?
Yeah. No, because it would take up a quarter of the.
And it's only 3
Paper.
pages now.
Yeah. And it's in the mailbox. It comes by mail. I'm like,
So somebody,
What-
the delivery person is gone.
you know, you want to think Meridian had in Lauderdale County, in Meridian, we had 3 TV stations that were separate, that did local news. We had a newspaper. You remember they didn't just deliver every day.
Yeah,
They had twice a day delivery.
I remember that.
We had 2 taxi services. We had a city-run bus service. You had all this going on. Why? Because we were a thriving city. And all of a sudden, it started going downhill. Boy, that's a whole nother deal.
It
You want
is.
to know when we started going downhill is when you started getting mailbox money. When you started paying people to sit at home and not have to work, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. You don't have to do nothing. That's when we started losing society.
It is.
Man, we had everything right here. We should be a city of about 200,000 people. But we are a city that is steadily sending people from the city out to the county. The county's growing and the city's shrinking. And it's fixed to be no more than taxpayers left. And that's the bad thing. When 46% of the people that's in Meridian are your only taxpayers and 54% or thereabout are not taxpayers, what you think's going to happen?
Kemper County is even worse than that. I think it's down to 12%. It's a lot. And this is across the South. This is not just one place. It is a lot of places.
This is everywhere.
Let's go back to
entire United
2012. He couldn't get it out. He tried.
Thank you.
But he would get an award as we go back for Mel Tillis. Got the big award there from President Barack Obama at the time there for his It Ain't Never, Good Woman Blues, and Coca-Cola Cowboy. Do y'all remember that? Oof. Boy, I sure like me some Mel Tillis. I listen to him once or twice a week. We would lose another great. He would be the dad that everybody kind of, relied on, leaned on, and kept the family together during hard times during the war. As we go back there he is right there. Ralph Waite passed away. He was known as John Walton to many.
That's right.
He would also have that cameo appearance, if you remember, in the Sylvester Stallone movie Cliffhanger. He flew the helicopter.
Yeah.
He was, and I remember this as a kid. I don't remember the name of it, where he played a sharecropper that sold fruit on the side of the road, and they had to work for this guy that was bad. Anybody remember that? I don't know. After I watched that movie, I left with one thing in mind: I never wanted to sell fruit. That's what I took away from that. I thought, man, that's not for me. That was back in the day there. There you go. We'll be right back. More on the way with Scotty Ray and Odie. It is Tuesday on a great-looking day.
Yep.
We're getting to a high a little bit later on today.
We got some more. We got Kaylin Donahue, 28. Cooper Callahan's 10. Robert T., I guess that's Charles. Robert T. has a birthday today. And Richard Morris, 68. Happy birthday to y'all.
Get yours into us.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in store, through our app, Over the phone or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Chet's Paint and Body. You'll see this a lot parked in the parking lot where they're fixing people's cars. Whether it's a deer, maybe somebody backed into you if you were just shopping for groceries and somebody took out your car. Well, they'll put it back together like Humpty Dumpty. Great professionals there at Chet's Paint and Body. You'll find them in Center Hill. They handle it all. And you can go to many places that do paint and body work, but there's one thing. The rest of them don't have Chet. It's a handshake, and they do what they'll tell you. Quality work, and they stand behind what they do. Visit them today, 737-2961. They're in the curve at Center Hill. Some of the best you'll find of body work. Paint, putting it back to the way it should look. See them today. Chet's Paint and Body. You'll be glad you made that decision, won't you, there?
Oh, man, I tell you what, make it look pretty again.
Absolutely. Let's see here. We had a mention of a road closing.
Yeah, 26th Avenue between 8th Street to the subway. So I guess 8th Street all the way to
Passing
8th
the
Street.
library.
Yep, right there past the library. So all that whole stretch there. So I guess you'll have to go over the 22nd Avenue Bridge and then turn right and come up back on A Street or B Street to get back to 26th Avenue. So
you don't realize how much you use a place until you take it away from you.
Because that's
A straight shot.
a straight shot.
Right past the library and past Webb Funeral Home you go, and you're on 8th Street. It's pretty easy there.
Yeah.
I mentioned a moment ago that we had somebody that got bumped, and they did at that as we go here, as a pedestrian was struck by a car on the 4800 block of 29th Avenue. Metro and Meridian Fire Department all showed up to lend a helping hand. It was not life-threatening, but somebody still got bumped by a car and probably have a headache this morning.
Can't feel good.
No, it cannot.
At all.
I had to send in over the weekend to some weather. Look at this cloud. This come in from the Dollar General in Union. We didn't have a chance to play that yesterday. Look at that. That looks wicked, Odie.
Yeah, that will kind of get you to thinking.
Yeah, so as we get, speaking of that, the governor of Mississippi, Tate Reeves, has qualified this week as Bad Weather Preparedness Week. A lot of people are going to be doing the tornado drills this week and whatnot to make sure that you know exactly what's coming as we get into the springtime weather, schools
We'll be
and things.
joining Ochsner's Rush for a drill, and I'm sure we'll Anderson's Baptist Anderson's, I guess that's what it is now. Working with them, but we'll have a tornado drill tomorrow. So if you hear a little radio traffic talking about a tornado, it's just a drill. We won't have a real life tornado tomorrow. I'm pretty sure about. I hate to predict
sunny.
weather, but I don't see that happening tomorrow.
Let's see. I think we're going to get to 70.
We are still waiting on the radar update. Any day now, I'm still waiting on them to call and say, "Hey, we're ready to go live." As bad as you hate to say it, to really calibrate these things, you need bad weather. To make sure it's going to do what it's supposed to do, you need bad weather. And we really hadn't had bad weather like once. So hopefully we'll get it before we need it. But we are still waiting on them to get back with us. And I'll reach out, Bob, because somebody else asked about that too, and I just didn't mention it.
All right, we'll have a photo here of an accident that has happened on 14th Street in just a moment near the medical store.
Yeah, right there on 14th and what would that be, 19th Avenue, 14th Street, something around there. So be careful in that area.
And if there's a, and there he is, and let me fix that. I cannot type and chew bubble gum at the same time.
He's getting there. So if y'all are on 14th Street, looks like if you're heading I guess south or
That would be east.
headed back towards Highway 39. It's going to be on the right-hand lane.
As we see a wreck right there.
Yeah.
And then let's just go to the next one there. Metro ambulance on scene. Pretty heavily damaged car there. And then our last look there is another wreck there. View of that wreck. So 14th Street, be cautious up near the hospitals.
Yeah.
Anderson's in the medical store at that intersection. So keep in mind that is going on. We don't want anybody in that. We also got mention of a rollover accident near mile marker 171, near 71, near Pelahatchie. If you're headed west out of Meridian toward Jackson, you're going to run up on that. We'll get into that also there in just a little bit.
I tell you, that's tough.
And as Ms. Fortenberry said, she prays that everyone is okay, and we do too. I had a picture sent in. What do you call this? I'm going to call it calm before the storm.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see New Orleans look like this very often, but that captured me as I got that sent in.
We'll get
Donna?
some live pictures. Amy's in or out there now.
She's headed to Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
Wow.
Some of us got to work.
Boy, I tell you. That is still going on this week. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on in the world there. We want to say congrats to some folks that graduated together from the Meridian Police Department and also the Sheriff's Department. CIT training, as you'll see there, crisis intervention training there. These officers went that extra mile, and they are faced with a lot of crisis on the job every day. Not only do they have to be a police officer, well, they've got to be a psychological person, reason with people, and you've got to learn how to do that.
Yeah, it's a long. It's not a long class. It's a week, but it's a hard class because you really have to think. You have to understand what people are going through and how to really deal with that. And to go through there is making our officers and our deputies a lot better.
It is.
Stephen, so we talked about the troopers. We still have not had an official report, but you can go back and rewatch the show. We've talked about it twice, I believe. So,
Yeah.
it's on there.
Today is Fat Tuesday.
Yep, that's why she's going for the big one.
Woo! We'll be right back. Scotty Ray Report.
Yep.
When you gear up and journey out, nothing but you and the wilderness for miles. Just remember, you're the boss. Steel MS-271 Farm Boss, built for the toughest jobs.
Still available in Meridian at Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power. 71 Highway 19 North behind Waters International. Is it time for a new couch? Visit Southern Accents Boutique in downtown Meridian. Maybe it's a couch you're looking for, a couple of chairs, or maybe just a piece of furniture. A large selection of E. Newton has just arrived if you're looking for a bracelet. They come in all shapes and sizes. Or maybe it's just a happy you're looking for, like the Nest candles. A Kendra Scott necklace is on everybody's list this year. And if you need a little help picking out something for Valentine's Day, let the professionals help you at Southern Accents Boutique, downtown Marion on Dale Drive.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'll be ready. The current mayor of Jackson plans on rerunning for office for a third term.
Why not destroy it some more? No, I didn't say that out loud.
No, you were just thinking it.
Okay.
We see that Copiah County, Mississippi, 2 horses were killed in an accident. We hate that. We hate any time livestock is involved in an incident like that. Montgomery County, Mississippi, man lost his life in a mobile home fire. We can't stress enough to you of having fire alarms. Is that still going on to where their Meridian Fire Department and places are working doing these fire?
Yeah, it's American Red Cross. So you have to go on American Red Cross. Either call them 1-800 Red Cross and give them your name and address, and they will come out and install them for you. When they get to that area, it's not like you call today, they'll be out tomorrow. They're doing it area by area.
Right.
So, yep.
something to keep in mind. They did see someone carrying a gun at JSU campus walking by. Police are investigating that. If you've seen that floating around, that was one of those things that happened there. What else has happened this morning? As we look back at games that have happened, they're going to charge. Do you remember a California wildfire that broke out? And keep this in mind with fire department. This guy's going to be charged, and he's going to be charged for injuring 15 people. He could go to jail over this, a forest fire. Watch what you do outside with burning things, because you can be charged with extra crimes when all this stuff happens.
You sure
Burns
can.
out, somebody loses their life. You can be charged with all that. We don't want that to happen there. He's going to jail for a year. Again, that forest fire that was out in California. All right, we need to give away the mug.
Well, we got some more coming in. We got Bryant Reynolds, 22, Dwayne Todd. All right, Yogi. Happy birthday. William Carney, 46. Marie Haigwood's having a birthday. So
hit the button. Let's see who's going to win.
Hit the button. Let's see what we got. And ding, 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 ding. 6. Well, we go up here to Murray Ivy.
Murray Ivy.
50th birthday, and he's got him a nice coffee cup from Hyundai of Meridian and the Scotty Ray Report. Go to Hyundai of Meridian on Highway 39. And the old carriage house location, big gray, huge building full of all these beautiful cars out front. And they've got your coffee cup waiting on you. Congratulations, Murray Ivy, on your 50th birthday.
Now, we'll be back tomorrow morning. We're also going to be carrying the headlines of anything that happens today. We'll be behind the scenes tracking all this and bringing you the latest that happens in our area and across this great nation. It's that time, Odie.
That is, man, it's just, boom, went right by. We do love coming to you every morning. We love bringing news and telling you what's going on. But the best news we could ever bring you is the news of the Lord Jesus Christ and what he can do for you. Ask him to come into your heart. Give him thanks for everything that he does, the blessings that he bestows on each one of us, that he can keep bestowing those blessings on us all the time. All it takes is us to tell him that we are a sinner and that we ask him to remove those sins from us and him enter our heart. Have a good day. We love you. 23 hours. You'll see us again. Till then, have a great day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.